Good Tuesday morning, friends. Yes, I'm starting this weekly vlog off on a Tuesday instead of a Monday. That is because I did my grocery shopping yesterday, and that's kind of an all-day ordeal. You will have seen that grocery haul already last Friday, a couple of days ago. Anyways, I'm gonna go ahead and start this vlog off with some footage I actually shot on Saturday. Not a lot, just a small clip of what it was we did Saturday. We are out in the potato field across the street from our house. They have been out harvesting potatoes for the last couple of days, and come to find out, the farmer does not care if you come and glean the field when they're done. You can see all these potatoes just lay in here, and what they'll do is either tonight or tomorrow they'll just till this whole field under, and all these potatoes, look at some of these potatoes, will just be tilled under and they'll go to waste. So they don't care if we come out here and glean, which is actually biblical, and it's really, really nice of them. So if you have a field near you, make sure with the farm, check with the farmer first, but if they allow you to glean, do it, because we are getting some really gorgeous potatoes and they are for free. I'll let you see the how much we get when we're all done. And it's like, it's one of these things where it's like, oh, we have enough, but then I look and I see more. Oh, look at, there's big ones over there. There's big ones. And it's like, they're just gonna waste. They're gonna go to waste if we don't pick them up. So it's kind of addicting to to pick up these potatoes. So this is how many potatoes we picked up out of the field, minus some that Lydia took because she was out helping us. And I'm telling you, we could have filled the back of a truck, probably twice, with what we found, what was left in the field. We didn't even get halfway down. We got about halfway into the field, but the field goes for acres. So yeah, but this is going to be a great blessing to us this winter. So we're going to get these things cleaned up and take it in the house so we can get them hardened off and find a nice, cool, dark place to store them. So yeah, that was very kind of the farmer to let us glean his field. I had no idea that you could do that, but we weren't the only people out there. There were several people out there gleaning the fields. And from our rough estimation, we got about 7 5-gallon buckets of potatoes, and the guys who lifted the buckets, they estimated it at between 40 and 50 pounds per bucket. So if you go with 50, that means we got 350 pounds of potatoes, and it didn't take us like an hour to pick that many, and there are so many more. You know, every time I drive to the end of my driveway and I look across the field and I can see the potatoes just scattered out there. But we don't need any more. We don't need any more. So I'm hoping other people come along and take advantage of it before they rot or before they get tilled under. So anyway, then Sunday, after we got home from church, Olivia and I processed up. We had 1 5-gallon bucket after we sorted them and brushed the dirt and stuff off of them. There was about 1 5-gallon bucket full of damaged ones that we knew would just rot if we didn't do something with right away. So I looked up how to freeze potatoes, and Olivia and I worked all afternoon Sunday getting those potatoes in the freezer. So let me take you downstairs. I will show you those potatoes, and then I will show you our chickies. So what we did was we scrubbed up the potatoes really, really good, cut all the bad parts off. We didn't peel them because the skins are so tender because they're brand new. And then we diced them up in, you know, nickel-sized pieces. You blanch them for 3 minutes, then you put them in cold water, cool them off right away. Then we put them on a cookie sheet and let them air dry for a while we worked on the next batch. And then we patted them dry with a paper towel, and then we just put them in these gallon freezer bags, and we flattened them out, and we froze them flat. So one bag of these diced potatoes will make a really good helping of mashed potatoes for my family. And I ended up getting 6 bags of these, 6 or 7, I can't remember. So that is excellent. It was a lot of work, but now they are nice and preserved in the freezer. All I have to do is open up the bag, plop them in some boiling water, finish cooking them, mash them up like regular, and we've got mashed potatoes. You could also thaw them out and put them on a sheet with some little bit of oil, cook them in the oven, make roasted potatoes, but I think I'm going to earmark these for mashed potatoes. I think that will be easier. So that was a good hard day's work, but well worth the effort. And my basement is feeling more like a barn at the moment. Here's the vast majority of our potatoes. We have to lay them out flat where they're preferably not touching each other in a cool, dark spot for about 2 weeks. And in 2 weeks' time, we will go through these again, pull out any that have any blemishes or any soft spots or anything that might rot. And we will either throw those away or process them right away. And then the rest we're going to put into clean, empty chicken feed bags, and we're going to put them in here. This is our pump room. Scott's going to clean it out. He's still got stuff in here that needs to go out in his garage, but he's going to clean this all out, and we're going to put the potatoes in this pump room because it's the coolest place in the entire house. It stays above freezing, but it's not super heated in here. As you see, that's the outside wall and there's no insulation on it. There is some insulation on these walls, but it stays nice and cool. The reason why they're insulated is actually for the sound barrier, because there's our pump, and whenever the pump kicks on, that prevents it from being so noisy for the rest of the downstairs. But anyway, it's nice and cool in here in the wintertime, but it stays above freezing, and we hardly ever go in here, so it's nice and dark, as you can see. It's a perfect spot for storing potatoes. Now, that's not all of the potatoes. The rest are in here. It's kind of dark. This is where we hardened off our potatoes that we got from our garden, which I thought was a really good haul, but once you went out and spent an hour picking up potatoes in the professional potato patch, ours was kind of pitiful. But I've got these three trays full of potatoes, so those also will be bagged up in 2 weeks time when they've hardened off. And then over here you can see our chickies. Now, the last time I updated you on these guys was 5 days ago, and look how much they've grown. They're starting to get their gold coloration. They don't like the camera. They're starting to get their gold coloration. They're getting their little combs on top of their heads, and they are just growing. So, and they're a mess. See how gross this is? Olivia and I, every night after supper, we come down here and completely clean out their cage, put new puppy pads down, and then they sleep during the night, and by the next evening, it'll be 3 times as bad as this by this evening, 7 o'clock tonight when we clean it out again. But every time we come down here and mess around and try to clean the pen out, they act like they want to fly out of this enclosure, and they're getting stinkier all the time. They're getting feathered out, and he's on top of the heater. That's not where you're supposed to be. So today, my main project is I'm going to go out and get the A-frame brooder house disinfected with vinegar. I'm going to open it up so it has a cross ventilation in there. And tomorrow, I think tomorrow is going to be moving day. And they're going to go out. I'm going to go outside. It's kind of a bittersweet thing. I like coming down here and seeing them every day, multiple times a day. I like knowing that they're safe down here. Would you guys stop picking at that? Stop picking at that. Look at that little monster. But they need to be out where they have more room and they can scratch around, because we won't use puppy pads anymore. We'll put not cedar. We don't use cedar with birds. Pine shavings down. They can scratch around. And then when they get a little bit older, maybe another 3 weeks or so, start letting them go outside. But they're too small. They're too small to be going outside yet. They would get picked off by a cat or something. So they'll be safe inside the brooder house. And we'll put this light out there, and just turn it on at night. We won't use that outside. We'll use this light outside. They won't need it during the daytime. Look at you up on there. See, they get up on that water, and they've been known to knock their waterers over, and boy, does that ever make a mess. But anyhow, we'll plug the light in at night, because it's been getting cool at night. It's down in the 50s, and so they can stay nice and toasty. And then we'll shut it off in the mornings. Oh, see, they need outside. They need to be able to just do their thing and be chickens, and they want to start roosting. I think that's why they keep getting up on top of things. Silly little creatures. Who knows if the thing dries good? Maybe tonight. Maybe we'll move you guys out there tonight. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see how the day goes. But I know for sure we won't move you out there tonight if I don't get out there and get it disinfected. So let's go get that done. I'm not sure what ratio vinegar to water I'm going to use. This is a gallon sprayer. My words are coming to me difficultly today. Anyway, it's a gallon sprayer, and I got a gallon of vinegar. So I think, what does that say? 8 liters, 1.5 gallon, 8 liter, or a gallon. Yeah, it's a gallon thing. So maybe I'll do mostly vinegar and then just top it off with some water. I just wanted to be a really thick solution of vinegar, because I know vinegar is a very good disinfectant, and that brooder house definitely needs disinfecting. Now, Scott did pressure wash it. He did an excellent job. He shoveled it all out, pressure washed it, and really made a good job of cleaning it. But you know, he didn't have any kind of disinfectant in his pressure washer, so I definitely want to just, as an added measure, because those chickies have been in a pretty, not sterile by any means environment, but they've been in a really clean environment since they were hatched. And they've had their vaccinations. They get vaccinated against coccidiosis and Merrick's disease. And those are the 2 main illnesses that chickens can get. Merrick's disease is pretty rare, but if it does happen, it's deadly. I mean, like, it'll kill off your entire flock. So that the hatchery where I get my chicks offered the Merrick's disease vaccine, and it's only a couple of bucks, and so yeah, I do it. So I think that's the ratio, mostly vinegar, a little bit of water, and I'm going to go out and I'm just going to use this 1 gallon thing. I'm not going to come back and do any more, but I'm going to disinfect their little area where they're going to be spending the next few months until they get to be almost grown up. I know it's kind of dark in here, but there's no lighting, so that would stand to reason, right? So anyway, yeah, if you remember, this is where our meat birds were, and how nasty and gross it got towards the end. But Scott did a fantastic job of cleaning it out, pressure washing it out. Fantastic. Right down, back down to the wood. It smells good in here. It doesn't smell stinky at all. But I am going to, especially the floor, I'm going to disinfect it with vinegar. I may go up on the walls a little bit. Here's the tools he used to clean it out. We'll move that. These feeders, I'm going to take them back to the house and scrub those up. Get those ready to roll for when we take them out here. And I'm probably going to bring out, I don't know what happened to them, one of the bigger waterers. I don't see them around here anywhere. I'll have to find them. They're probably in his garage, Scott's garage. At the moment, we keep all our extra feed on this. This is a perch. See, my dad used this house, this brooder house. Not a brooder house. He used it as a chicken house when he had chickens years ago. And then he raised turkeys in here. This house is... So this building has been used for many different things, but all poultry related. All right, let's get this job done. Stand around talking, don't get the work done. That is all sprayed down. I sprayed down every speck of the ground, all of the walls. I even had a little bit of vinegar left, so I did a little bit up into the peaks and all over the screen doors. And so now we're going to set up a big fan in here and try to get this dried out faster. Oh, you can see it. I don't know if it's picking up on camera in the sunlight. It's steaming. Can you see it? No, it's not steaming anymore, but it was steaming right there from the sunlight. All right, we're gonna get this thing dried out. And like I said, those babies are either gonna come in here tonight or tomorrow. We'll see. Maybe, I mean, if I come out later and it still smells pretty strong of vinegar, then I'll wait till tomorrow. Chickens, birds in general, do not do well with strong odors. They have very sensitive respiratory systems. That's why you can't use cedar chips. You have to use pine. So anyway, this job's done, or almost. We're gonna get that fan set up. Olivia and I just got back from the garden, and I think my plan to just freeze the tomatoes, the next batch of tomatoes, that plan has gone out the window. There's just way too many here. So we're gonna do one more canning session, and then I'm gonna call it done. So today we're just gonna get these processed, and we will can them tomorrow. I don't want to do it all in one day. It's already 1 o'clock in the afternoon, and it takes a lot of time. So let's get these tomatoes ready for canning. And you can see that we got several cucumbers off of our cucumber plant, and these are just some little miniature red peppers. They're not hot, so picked those while we were at the garden as well. Thursday morning, friends. I've got my first fall decor up. That is so cute. I absolutely love Snoopy. It's a little wrinkly, but it'll straighten out as it hangs there. This morning I'm having one of those zucchini muffins, the recipe I shared with you. I had stuck them in a freezer in little individual bags, 2 to a bag, and I'm only going to eat one for now. I had a rough night last night. I'm not feeling the greatest this morning, so I'm just going to have the one muffin. But I wanted to show you this tea. I don't know if it's got so many stuff on top, but that's just from my dairy-free creamer. Yeah, this looks like coffee, but it's actually tea, and this is the tea from salted caramel from Bigelow. This is the best tea. It tastes so good. It tastes just like caramel. It tastes like caramel. I'm having caramel coffee or something. It's just so good. And then I've been having this one for the last few mornings, and it's equally as good. This stuff is delicious. I got this from an Amish store when we went and picked up our pork the other weekend. I should have bought more than one box of each, but I didn't know if I'd like them. Probably, I don't know if our stores around here would carry them. More than likely I could find them on Amazon, but I want to get some more. I want to get some more of the pumpkin spice and the salted caramel. They are so good. Oh, anyway, I'm going to go ahead and eat this muffin, and I might end up eating the other one. I don't know, but I'm going to go have my breakfast. I got so much to do today. So last night was not the best night to not feel great and wake up not feeling great. I've got, whoops, my finger. I've got so much to do. But anyway, eat something and pull myself together. Good morning, Bobo. Good morning. How are you? Are you a good boy? He knows he's on camera. You're so silly. Alright, we're going out to the chicken house. It is moving day. Bo, it's moving day for the little chickies. Yep, it's time for them to get into a bigger space. Oh, it still smells a bit like vinegar in here, but not too overpowering. I want to plug this light in. I'm going to change the light bulb in it, just so I know it has a nice fresh bulb. And we won't turn it on during the day, but it's been getting down in the 50s at night, and that's too chilly for them, so I will turn it on at night. So let me get that set up. And I got to pull bring the bag of wood chips over here. And we got to get this all figured out. Well, the light bulb works, but this is an older light, and there's nothing to hang the thermometer off of. So, I'm not sure what to do about that. First thing we're going to do is catch these little boogers. We're going to put them in that little pet carrier. Then we're going to disassemble all of this, take it out, reassemble it, and then take the chicks out. We'll just leave them in here in the house in the pet carrier till everything is ready outside. Well, they're all in there, and it took Olivia and I both catching them because they were very freaked out. But they seem content in there. They're all together. So let's get this mess cleaned up. I love the smell of pine chips. It smells so fresh. So as you see, we've expanded the cage part just to give them a little bit more space. We'll probably end up taking this cage thing down within a couple of days. We'll see how they do. And we figured what we would do is we'd leave this wooden board is here because this floor really needs to be ripped out and replaced, but this was what we did in the meantime because you know lumber prices are not cheap right now. We're gonna try to keep wood chips off of that and put their waterers there, and then I brought their little heat plate out here just because it's something familiar, and we'll have this here during the day, and if they need to get under it they can. I really kind of doubt they'll need to but then they can. And then at night we'll unplug that and take it out of there because I don't want that light damaging it. And then we'll plug that light in. So we brought their waterers out. Olivia, if you want to fill those, I'll go and get the feeder. Need to bring their feeder out here, get it filled with food, and then bring the babies out and see how they do. So our first plan is to just set them inside and open the door and see what they do. See if they come out on their own.
They're like, I don't know about this.
I wonder if we're gonna have to like tip the crate a little bit, or tap the back of it. Come on, babies. Come on, chicky babies. Come on, chicky babies. Kind of just lift up the end a little bit.
Oh, work.
Come on.
That's not helping.
Oh, okay, we're gonna probably just have to grab them one by one and put them in.
Maybe we just let them come out on their own?
Will they ever come out on their own?
I'm sure they will. They're just scared.
All right, we'll give them time while you finish up the rest of your chores, and you come out and check. If they're not out by then we'll have to come out and force them out. Oh, so here's the gross aftermath. I'm gonna get this all cleaned up. These tarps are gonna go out and they're gonna go in the garden. And then I'm gonna give this room a very, very, very deep cleaning, but that's gonna happen a different day. I don't have time for that today. So, but I wanna get this out because I walked down the basement stairs and our basement smells like a chicken house. Yuck. So let me get this cleaned up. All right, I got the tarps up and got all the puppy pads and stuff out of here. We still have their big bag of feed. I don't think Olivia can handle that. It's still about half full. I mean, maybe she can. And then that partial bag of wood chips needs to go out, but we'll deal with all that stuff later. The floor needs to be vacuumed, but before I do that, I'm going to go ahead and just spray the carpet with this and let it dry, just to get rid of any odor that might be lingering. Just getting the puppy pads and the tarps out of here has made it smell better, but I can still, maybe it's just in my head, but I can still smell chicken. So I'm gonna go ahead and just lightly mist the carpet all over. This thing's gonna have to go out of here, but that's gonna be a Scott job because he's the one that put it up there. All right, it's sprayed. It's kind of making me choke a little bit, but it does smell a lot better. Like I said, I'll let that dry, and I will tackle the cleaning, deep cleaning of this room on another day because I got too much going on today. So that's good enough for today down here. Let's go check on those chicks to see how they're doing. Go, babies. Look, you guys can scratch. Half of them out. Goodness gracious. Act like they're being killed. You see that? Come on. Kind of tip it a little. There they go.
Good establish that.
Good. Good job. Oh, good job. Is that all of them? I don't know. Oh, there's the last one, I think.
Okay.
Just check, make sure. Oh, there you go. There you go, babies. I'll take the carrier and the cow back in with us.
Oh.
It is hot out here. Good for them though. The only problem is there was no way to hang this on the light because it doesn't have the little things. So I don't know if there's any other way to hang it somewhere. Oh, maybe you can hang it off the edge of the wire of the cage. Yeah, right there. That's good. There you go, babies. I didn't want to tell you this till we got this done, but there's a wasp nest right outside.
Yeah, I know.
Oh, you know it's there? Okay.
Dad sprayed it like twice and then it died.
I told him about it. He said, yeah, they're tough little boogers. You guys know your water's over here?
They can figure it out.
I think they'll
They know what it looks like.
Yeah. I worry too much. Oh, they're happier. I can tell already. And even if they get behind that, like that one's doing, they'll be able to get back out. They won't get stuck. All right. Well, they seem happy.
But will they be able to get out?
No, they won't be able to get out.
I wish this came up to there.
No, there's no way to do that. Yeah, I guess that works. You call me a worrier.
These things are menaces. They pushed that cardboard around and got stuck between it, remember?
Uh-huh.
That's all it would take and they'd be out.
They're little menaces, all right. I always count them every time. It's like, okay, is there still 10? All right, I think we're gonna go. I'm gonna go get a shower, and I've got stuff to do in the kitchen. So this dirty job is done. And like I said, we'll probably end up taking this, I don't know. We'll see. We'll see how long it lasts. I don't think they can fit through the little bars, so we'll just see. Maybe for another week or so, they'll just stay in this little confined area. Because this building just seems massive for these little guys. And they're going to be quite a bit bigger. I mean, like almost half grown or better before we let them outside. So, all right. I got to get a shower. The big thing we need to get done today is we need to get the rest of these tomatoes canned. So they were in the refrigerator overnight. So now they're in my little roaster oven here, roaster pan, so they can get up to a simmer. That'll take a little while. I got to get my canner going so that I can disinfect my jars. So I'm gonna get all that stuff going because it's gonna take a while, and then I'm gonna get some lunch. Well, good afternoon. It's Thursday, and you saw already what I've been up to today, but it is time for me to head out for my therapy appointment at the chiropractor. But before I go, I wanted to show you the pumpkin plant. I actually haven't seen it for a few days, so I'm interested myself. So let's go look, and then I have to go to the chiropractor. Well, it's continuing to grow, that's for sure. It's kind of in the walkway here. What I really wanted to see was that pumpkin. Hi, Jin Jin. It doesn't look a whole lot different than last week. A little bit bigger, a little bit oranger. But I wonder about that baby. If I can even find it. Well, I couldn't find that other little pumpkin that I saw last week. It's very camouflaged, apparently. But anyway, that one pumpkin down there is doing pretty good. Let's say hello to Jin Jin. She's talking to us. Hi, Jin Jin. Hi, baby. Oh, you're a good girl. Yes, you are. Yes, you're a good girl. Yes, you are. I gotta go to the chiropractor. You're a good girl. She's my favorite. I am back from my therapy, and I stopped over at Burke's while I was in town because Olivia had seen one of these big water bottles there, and the last time we were there last week, and she didn't say anything to me, and I didn't see him, but she needs to drink lots of water with her kidney issues. So I stopped and picked up one of those water bottles for her. And then while I was there, I also wanted to get some more of these little sachets. Oh, they smell so good. They make the whole house smell like pumpkin pie. So I wanted a couple more to stick here and there around the house. And then, of course, I saw this. So stinking cute. I know it's early for Thanksgiving, but I just couldn't pass up this little cute little towel set. I'll save this one for right before Thanksgiving, but and I like these, like, I don't know, these are very absorbent towels. I don't know what they're made out of, this material, but I really like those. This one I won't use for anything except decor because it's just so cute, but the other one I will use. And then I was waiting in the checkout, and there was somebody ahead of me who had a zillion things in her cart, and it just took forever. And they had these snacks there in that section, and I had bought some of these individually packed nut blends. The last time I was there, it was a different variety, you might want to say, but I really like them. They're 150 calories for one package. They're already pre-portioned, so that's really nice. So I went ahead and just picked up another pack of those, and then I saw these, and Olivia was bemoaning the fact that I didn't buy her enough crunchy snacks when we were shopping. So I thought of her, and it's really hard to find sour cream and onion flavored things that don't have milk in them. So I picked those up mainly for Olivia, but I will have a few to try because I was interested in tasting them. So that's my little tiny impromptu Burke's haul. Alright guys, I'm going to go ahead and close out this vlog here. Right where I've been closing out the vlog for the last few weeks with my baby chickies out in their new home. I was going to come out and close up their doors for them, but it's still really warm, so I think I'm gonna leave the door open for a while, turn their light on for them. I don't think they're gonna really need the heat light, but have it up real high, so, and they can come over here and get out from under it if they don't like it. But I'm gonna come back out later, and maybe in about an hour, and see if I need to close up the screen doors. I'm not sure how cold it's supposed to get tonight. They do like it out here, I think. Alright friends, if you've enjoyed this vlog, don't forget to give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to leave a comment in the comment section below. Thanks so much for watching, and we will talk to you all later. Bye bye friends.